Alright, folks, and welcome back to the channel. We're here to discuss tomorrow's game at Celtic Park as Celtic return to league action as we face Falkrik. We'll also discuss Thursday night's game as we've not been on since. But I'm joined by Alistair. Alistair, how you doing?
Aye, alright, mate, you?
Aye, alright. In terms of Thursday, Alistair, I mean, we'll touch on it briefly. Utrecht, I mean, the main thing is we get through. That was the kind of main objective, which we managed to achieve. But in terms of the performance, I thought we were decent in parts, but we were also
I
pretty
thought it was
rubbish
a
in parts.
better performance. Don't get me wrong, Josh. Anybody told me getting into that game, by the way, you'll score 4 goals and you'll go through, everybody would have said, where'd I sign up? But I do get what you mean. It was kind of bitty. It
Aye,
was, I mean, and I suppose I'm not going to lie, it's kind of understandable. I mean, we looked at each other after 20 minutes when we were 3 up, and can I just say, the penalty we got was bizarre because not a soul in the stadium knew what it was for, to be
I
honest.
don't. I've looked at it. I don't personally think that if you're getting penalty kicks for that, the game's well and truly gone. I mean, to
But
say
it's
the phrase.
Europe, innit?
It's
European
just it's
referees.
really strange. But using the phrase everybody likes to use, the game's if you give that, the game's gone. If I'm being honest with you, man.
I will you'd be raging if it was again
Oh,
against,
he'd be
to
fuming,
be
man.
honest.
Aye.
I
Because as
mean,
you said, nobody claimed for it, so we were just kind of
no,
confused what the fuck was
even
going
if
on.
you watch the build up to the ball coming in, not a Celtic player, not a shout goes up or anything. It's just, but obviously, but the letter of the law, European referees, I don't think the referees would get at him, rightly so. And
Aye.
even if it was, I'll take it, but it's not a penalty I like to get because then it may, I'll take it, but Josh. Thanks for the back ass assist, by the way, Basilius, by the way.
Aye. No, we'd, we started well, as we said. We're 3 up in 20 minutes. First goal, Negrin scores again. I mean, yeah, I don't know. He seems to just be in the right place at the right time, which is obviously good. But then seems to disappear completely after it, if I'm being honest with you. Does well, puts good, decent enough finish. Couldn't
He's
really
a
miss.
finisher, Josh, but the rest of his game is really. He's the most man-made player I think we've ever had.
I think, to be honest with you, I think he's one of these players that, he's a midfielder that probably, see if he had a bit more pace about him, I think you'd probably see him a lot more. I just think he's a bit
He's no
slow.
pace whatsoever.
He's a bit slow, I think. So that's, I think, why maybe he's got a good kind of brain on him where he knows how to get into good positions to obviously affect the game in terms of a goal scoring sense. It's just the other kind of side that you're looking for a bit more. But he gets the goal. And to be honest with you, I'll give him his credit. He needs People need to start giving him a bit of credit because he's an only
He's
out and out goal scorer
basically
that's consistently.
carrying his eye,
Aye,
carrying.
he's the only player that's consistently dominating at the club at the moment in terms of an attacking outlet, and so he might not look the greatest player, or he might not do, might not see him constantly, but at the end of the day, he's coming up with the goals that are getting us.
I'm not having a tit for tat dig here. He's on more goals in Shankland than Braga.
So
So
he's had a good season in terms of goal scoring side of things, and that's the main thing about
I
football. Put the ball in the
well
net.
I'd hate to think where we would be with him.
Oh, we'd be fucked. I honestly think we'd be fighting for top six. Genuinely.
Bob,
Because the other attacking outlets, and we'll go into that in a second, there's just nothing there. The second goal, it's as just hang me to Barkas makes an absolute howler on his
it was
return.
nice to see he's not just it wasn't just terrible for us, Josh.
Aye, by the way, I'm going to say something right. Why were we booing him? The guy
And
was trapped, right? He never said or done anything wrong.
he
The guy
never
was trapped.
he never he got if memory serves me, the best thing he done for Celtic was getting George's Giacomakis to sign for the club. That's ringing a
I
bell.
don't know. I had a bit. I was like looking around the corner. I'm like, why are we pooing him? Like,
Uh,
I, I don't get it. Like, he's just one of these players that weren't they good enough for Celtic. I think come in at a bad times. I kind of felt
you've got to
sorry for him.
remember as well, I'm not defending him, folks. He came in during COVID.
I
That
felt a
couldn't have
bit
been
sorry
easy.
for him. I'm not gonna lie, man. I did feel a
That
bit
couldn't have
sorry.
been easy. But
Um,
listen, I laughed at Neil Lennon. He's giving me flashbacks here.
I think he
That
did
was
say
pretty
something along the lines
funny.
of that. I just seen it on Twitter, but I've not actually heard him say it. So I don't know if that's what he did say. But I
I'm
mean,
sure it was something like, he's giving me flashbacks here. And
uh,
he's giving me the heebie-jeebies. It was one of the two.
um, but the third goal, I mean, it was obviously the penalty. And then we kind of just, but
The
then
best goal was the first in, Joyce. It was a good move, good quick move, but
uh,
I
I'm
just
gonna be
genuinely
honest with you.
thought,
We weren't up against anything. I'm being serious. I'm
no,
sorry. I know, and it's going to sound come across a bit negative, but and I'm saying this. I've seen some bad teams in Europe come to Celtic Park, but
I would
Jesus
say it's
Christ,
the
that's up
worst.
there, man.
It was the worst group stage team I've seen.
No, that was up there because I think it was their kind of B side, but they could not pass a ball 2 yards. I mean, honestly. Um,
I mean,
then
I was sorry, Joe. I was waiting to see to see. I was thinking they're bound to have something. They're Dutch, but Dutch football must be bad enough. When we put 7 goals past two Dutch teams, I mean, my God.
no, no. But then Celtic, after all that kind of good start, show why we're at probably in position we're in at the moment because you know the goal we concede, um, nobody nobody scores them down. People are blaming Schmeichel. I can the first
Well, I
goal.
did, but
The
I'm
first
going
goal
to
I'm
take that
stick
back
up for.
just because I've seen it again because at the end of the day, it's a good strike. But the only thing is, he's a bit unsighted. I think it's skills that gets in the road, but I don't
It's
think he's getting it anyway.
it's up to the outfield players in my opinion to close players down. Um, the second goal, on the other hand, so you get at half time, you're thinking, right, okay, 3-1, but then Schmeichel pulls off a save to go to 3-2, and you're like, if they get another
Let's
goal
see if
here, if they get another goal here in the second half, we're in trouble. But then they did, and
oh, it's
the the midfield just yet again, similar to Hearts, just is non-existent. I was literally pointing out. I think Scales is
what
up far.
happened. That you
Uh,
said to me this.
Scales is far too up the park. Um, he is. I don't know why he's being that aggressive to like defend. Then there's a massive gap in behind. Somebody runs in behind it. Simple pass through. Then you get the shot and goal. Then the goalkeeper Schmeichel. I mean, I think rumor has it he's still trying to get to it.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. I mean that is no. I don't think the second goal's right in the corner, and a
No, it's
goalkeeper
not.
in the top form has got to save that. And I'm going to give Casper. We've gave Casper Schmeichel uh, credit for the Falkrik game and the Hearts games at Tynecastle, but the other night he's got to be saving that.
Oh, definitely. Okay, and he doesn't. I don't think the player even hits it. It's not a fast ball. He's got time in it.
Oh, it's skids.
I don't know how he's not get done it, but it's because he's an old goalkeeper. Unfortunately, a younger goalkeeper like Sarasawa, he saves that.
Well, I'd like to think so.
If you want
As I
Monster
say,
Bruno,
I'm not going to go too hard on Michael because he has the last month or so kept us in a lot of games. Bologna, Hearts, and Falkrik even.
That's all well and good though. But I look at going forward in Europe. You need a good goalkeeper in Europe. We make a mistake like against Stuttgart. You need to have like somebody like Foster or Boric or somebody like that. Even Joe Hart. You need to have you know what, if we make a mistake in defence, we think the goalkeeper's got to save it. You don't have that with Kasper Schmeichel, and especially in Europe. You're going to have that, and they can have the odd 2 or 3 good games, but if they keep the same problems keep creeping up, we know we need a new goalkeeper in the summer. I think that's
Yeah, I think well, let's be honest, Josh. Apart from the injured players, you're looking at a completely as the first major rebuild in about 5, 6 years. I would say.
since Ange came in, so it would have
Aye,
been aye.
aye.
But no, obviously it was good to get kind of in the next round. That was the main thing. But the performance again still left me with more questions and honestly answers in terms of in different
I mean, don't
parts
get
of
us
the park.
wrong. Good to get through and that. I don't buy this. We want to go out and focus on the league. That's a load of bollocks. We're
Um,
Celtic Football
I,
Club.
I don't think it's that too far of the mark to be honest. Because at the end of the day, they've only put us in the position to focus on one competition. So if I'm being honest with you, I wasn't too fussed what happened on Thursday. Because at the end of the day, they've only equipped us for to probably we're no fight in 3 fronts, unfortunately. Due to the
Well,
lack of
I
depth.
didn't, but I'll clarify what I mean by that, Josh. I didn't want. It's bad enough we're not in the Champions League because of their ineptitude. I didn't want to go the Europa League early either, to be honest.
No, I
And
know.
it's embarrassing, to be honest with you.
I know it would have been embarrassing if we didn't beat Utrecht. I said that. And for a part, it was looking like we weren't there. But then Austin Trusty gets the goal to just kind of seal
It's
it.
ridiculous. He's been the best player since Martin O'Neill come in my opinion.
But no, we're through in terms of the next round. Facing Stuttgart, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut straight to the point. Celtic, in my opinion, that's it. I'm going to be honest. I think I said this when I left the ground. I says if we get Ferencvaros, I think we could do something if we brought some players in. Um, Still think we could do something against Stuttgart if we bring the right caliber of player in, but obviously that's
Yeah.
timing very difficult for the Celtic board at the moment. Good team in
So,
Germany fighting in the top 4. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Celtic, this current Celtic team, I mean, I don't see us getting a result unless we get some serious talent in. And as I said, that's
and
I
even at
find it
that,
very
yeah,
difficult.
push.
It would be a push, but well, we're obviously in the next round. We've got a chance, and hopefully we can do something. But I've got serious doubts to be honest with you. That's what I'll say. But Alistair, I mean, touching on slight on the window before we move on to Falkirk, we're sitting on the 31st of January, and we've still signed 2 players. I
We
mean,
should we should say we're recording this about nearly 3:45 on the Saturday, folks, and we're still looking as if we're haggling over deals.
um,
Hang your head in shame.
but it's what we expect in a Celtic January transfer window if we've got a permanent manager or not. So I'm going to, and that's probably why I don't sound that surprised because I'm not. I'm just not surprised to be honest with you because
It's
that's how we
apathy,
operate.
man. It's complete and utter apathy. It's
This is how we operate, and this is. I've always said this. This is why we're in this position because it's been years of just neglect and just complete arrogance to the what transfer windows where clubs just don't want to deal with it would seem. But now because the other clubs in the league have got their act together, Celtic are getting found out. Um,
getting away with it. Aye, that's right.
and you're here it's like a bingo card. You're here at the start of the window. You want 3 or 4 players. Now it's down to 2. Now it'll be down to 1 by Monday.
And I wouldn't be surprised, Josh. wait for this. I'm going to make a Monday night prediction. We'll get the Italian winger, right? Or the player for Italy, I believe he's French.
It's
I
fine.
will get him, and it'll be made to look, oh, we worked hard to get that deal out of the line. So why are you waiting to 2 days before the end of the window? Of course, the price is going to go up.
Here, Alistair, but you get the best deals at the end of the window. Come on.
So you do.
Aye. So,
Mhm.
but that's what will have you believe. But I mean, we'll see what obviously happens. And we'll need to get quality in. But and I
We
look at something like
yellow
this.
tie then.
Aye, I look something like the Stuttgart tie. See this time last season, if we got Stuttgart in
You
the
would
Europa
have
League,
fancied it.
fancy our chances to go and maybe get a result. But
Maybe no air the two legs, but at least give them a run for their
no, I
money.
would expect us to maybe get a result on the two eyes and get through because we had a squad. We had Nicholas Kuhn, you know, who I always said and I always will say, the fact that people want to run him wanting him to go away. But this is the position we're in now, and for but we had players and we had a manager as well. I'm not having a go at Martin O'Neill, but we had a manager, a permanent manager by the way, who was able to who I would have faith to get a result. I'm not saying I don't have faith in Martin O'Neill to I probably
But
do
you
have
need
faith
to
in.
add them pop. You need to add them properly.
Aye.
Listen, I mean, basically, the he, he's been given one player because Arojo was was already here because Wilfred Nance and Paul Tisdale production brought him in.
And he's
So
actually been alright to be fair to them.
I has, but as I'm saying, so you've give Martin and you Sean Maloney and Foz. I love that guy. To be honest with you,
Did you see the clip of what happened with him and Derek McInnes?
yeah.
It was on the news the other night, man. It was basically what happened was I think like Fodrian was laughing in his face or something. There was nothing
I
basically.
didn't take it well.
McInnes basically made something out of absolutely nothing, basically.
Aye.
But
What did you want when they sat there almost got the goal, but
no,
sure face Derek. But anyway,
no. I don't know. But I look at that and go like that, and I look at this, especially with the Stuttgart tie. And I look at it if we had some recruitment on some of the players we had last season, and I say the players we had last season, a lot of players we had last season are still here, but the key players are gone. Your Kyogo's gone.
and
Your
you've no get Joy, you've no get CCV, you've
aye,
no get Alistair Johnson.
but the big one for me is Nicholas Kuhn. The big ones for me because say what you want about him, he turned up in European games. He turned up and he was a constant output on that right hand side. We've not got that now. We've not, and that's my big problem. If Celtic want to do it in this tie, they need to look at the attack. Forget defence, forget midfield. They need to look at the attack because the attack is pathetic.
I mean, and I'm no defending, I'm no defending Dynamite, alright? And I've got but it can't be easy being shunted here, there, and everywhere. 1 minute is on the left, 1 minute is through the middle, 1 minute is on the right.
It's a circus. It's just you go here, you go there, and it's just there's no. And that's the thing. Celtic need to bring some serious attackers if they want to do it in this time. I don't think they want to do anything because I don't. And the Celtic board will be happy that we've got to
Well,
the next round.
forget this tie for a second, Joe. You need serious attackers if you want to try and win this league.
Aye,
Let's
but
be
no.
really
Let's
honest.
be honest. I know exactly. It's just you need talent to. We've no got it up front. It's generally the front line's pathetic. If you want my honest opinion, it's absolutely terrible. And there's no somebody you can hang your hat on to get goals.
Well, that's how that for all the stick Negrin gets.
He's
That's
only
how
played.
I
But it's not
exactly.
even with Negrin, you can't. You're not exactly going, oh, Negrin will get, for struggling, he'll get us with it. You're kind of just surprised.
Uh,
Negrin scored
I mean,
again.
it looks to me as if Benjamin Negrin might be having a dive in my head this season last year because everyone seems to be hitting and who's getting in.
Or maybe it's just he's the one that's really trying, the rest of them is.
Um,
I would like to see Benjamin Negrin in a decent Celtic team because I think
what
he
do you mean?
would do a job.
What you're basically saying you'd like to see him in last year's team.
I think he would do a job. I think he has his overall play has been poor, right? But I don't think he has been terrible. I think I think we also need to understand we paid 1.5 million for the guy.
Aye.
He's doing quite
Well,
a
he
lot.
was the only bit of business that has been worth the money, more than worth the money.
Because as you said earlier on, well, I don't know where we'd be without him, um, but in terms of the Falkrik game, Alistair, I mean, you need to just keep winning games domestically because if we drop points again, for me, that's it.
I
In the
would
league.
agree. I would agree.
Um, so we need to just keep
We're kind of
winning.
lucky, Josh, that we've got reasonable games coming up.
Aye,
And if we could get this 2 or 3 players in, we might be able to. We just need to keep hanging in there, mate. Hanging in there and see what happens. In my opinion, if you honest, the ideal scenario for us getting to the split still in contact because I believe we've got an easier run when it comes to the split. An
I
easier
think
game,
it's 3 home games and 2 away games. I'm
uh,
pretty sure.
including Hearts and Rangers at Celtic Park, which
Aye,
if you could get to that stage and still be in it, you might fancy your chances. But unless we're strengthened, then it's odds against. I'm not going to say it's done, but I
no,
think
no,
it's odds
definitely.
against.
And I've got till Monday to do that, but if they do that, I've got my serious doubts about. But in terms of Falkirk, Alistair, I've been really impressed with them this season. They've come up and they've stuck to their principles and
Values, aye, they certainly have.
they've played their football. They've brought in,
And it
recruited
shows
really
it
well.
can be done. I
Aye,
mean, you look at, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, uh, what Livingston come up through the playoffs and they just look they're going straight back down. At least Falkirk have brought a freshness to the league.
no, definitely. No, I've
And
been
they
really impressed with them.
in either.
I've been impressed with how they play, how they recruit. Celtic could take a few tips off them as well, I think, in terms of the recruitment side. They've got a striker who scored a hat trick last week, who they picked up from a university team.
Uh,
They've recruited really well for the
they've
relatively
done the
small
load
budget.
market really well.
For the
Really well.
relatively small budget they've got, they've recruited really well, played football, and it's got them,
They're
well
a
in
good
that.
watch.
No, the
They're
other for me, they're it's probably them and Motherwell the two best teams
I
to watch in
mean,
this league.
I mean, I know McInnes will probably get manager of the year, but John John McGlynn and Hans Peter Lasky should be in the running mill. I'm not going to pick a Celtic manager because what one do you pick?
Exactly. But no,
That's
they're a
a
good
good
side.
point.
Obviously, went to played them in Falkirk 3 weeks ago. Probably should have won that game, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, well,
And
I
then
actually we kind of rode one up, especially
rode the
in
luck.
that game. In that game.
Um, but no, they're a good side, and obviously they have been at Celtic Park in the cup, and obviously and stuff like that. I don't like
Actually,
that.
the two Celtic Park games have kind of overpowered them. If you
Aye,
actually look.
in the cup games and stuff. In the to be honest, in the cup games, I don't think you can really take. I think at that point they were still trying to find their feet. Um, to be honest with you, I think that, as you say, kind of overpowered them. But it's got to be a difficult game. And Sunday, I think it is. I don't think it will be a walkover. I think they're going to make it difficult. and they'll know that the pressure that Celtic are under. They'll
Well,
know.
John McGlynn said the North Club, the Green Brigade, been out a good thing for them. But he actually said that in a press
Because
conference.
it's even like other managers are noticing that now. So that's where we're at. But it'll be a difficult game in terms of team selection, Alistair. I mean, we may as well just get a Schmeichel in goals. Right back, you're probably looking at Donovan. Probably.
I think he'll probably bring a Rojo back in.
I forgot. I'm sorry, I saw Rahu. Centre half, Scales, and probably Murray because Trusty's out. Um,
Well, I think you're going to have a bit interesting for you as well. I
nah,
hope, I hope, I hope. Although I think the last time Scales and Murray played together against me, the heebie-jeebies. To be honest with
it's
you,
not an option, so we're gonna have
I
to,
will. I
unfortunately.
will probably go Murray, but I wouldn't be surprised if he full well can.
Left back, I could see maybe playing Sarachi.
I was going to say that keep Tierney for Wednesday at Pataudry.
Just because you need to kind of manage minutes because I think the
Yeah.
games I've got coming up as well kind of get a bit of a busy schedule at the moment. Midfield, Cal McGregor will play as always. I think he will go Arne Engels and Negrin. I think.
Well, I think he'll do that.
Front three, I think we might go to Nick on the left, Mide on the right, and Kevin Cara up front.
That's what I would go for. Would go for.
So I think realistically that's what you're probably looking at.
Well,
But
we're spoiled for choice, Josh. You know what I mean?
especially in the attacking areas, we're spoiled there. But in terms of score prediction, Alistair, we'll do that before we go. You can
William
go
said
first.
5, but I'll go 2-0.
I think Falkrik will score. No, I'll go 3-0. I was going to say 2-1 or 3-1, but I don't think Falkrik will
Well,
score.
let's be
Watch Falkrik score now. And then
The only thing I'll say, Josh, I think we're all agreed on this. I think anyone will do.
no, a win's you need. We're at that point now where you need to win. You need to win, and
And
that's.
you need to kind of hope that Hearts and Rangers spill something
We're at the
along the
point of
way.
hoping now. It's just all hope. Hope we can do this. Hope we can sign players. Hope we can get the Green Brigade back in. This is just hope.
Well, if managers are saying they're glad the Green Brigade isn't there, get them back in.
Because the atmosphere. By the way, before we go, the atmosphere the other night was fucking terrible. And you've just reminded me because I generally give me a minute because I need to go on a severe rant about this. See the atmosphere at Celtic Park? It is fucking dreadful. Dreadful. It is
I've
genuinely
never,
terrible, man.
even when the goals went in, Josh, it was well done, we've scored.
Aye. And that's because I think people are just sick of the way the club's been run. I can understand that.
There's,
Even without that.
there's no belief.
Aye.
There's no belief in this.
But this has been the Celtic Park atmosphere's been a myth for years, right? I'm going to be honest with you, right? It's terrible. It's genuinely terrible. It was good last season. We were in the Champions League. It was good
I
atmosphere.
mean, you remember this, Josh. Um, uh, you know how when they done the You'll Never Walk Alone, half the crowd were like, meh.
The atmosphere at Parkhead's absolutely terrible. Now I've said that for years. I think the atmosphere is a complete and utter myth at Celtic Park. Because
But
as
the
you said,
sport
even when
of
the
play
goals are in,
was nothing. Josh.
even when the goals are in,
I
even
did
when
say
the
that.
that's what I'm saying. Even though when the goals are in, fans are just either there's a wee song in it last 20 seconds, or they just stop halfway through it. It's mental. But my rant's over about that. But honestly, the Celtic Park's just terrible. But no, I'm going to wrap it up there on that rant. And we'll see you after the game for post-match reaction. But until next time, I'll speak to you later. And hail, hail.
Hail, hail.